Okay, Wednesday, 4th of December 2024. So, Adrian's daily vlog sharing smart stuff men should know. Relationship Wednesday, love better. The alpha delta gap. Now, this is a very interesting little phenomenon that I've subtly noticed. Essentially, a lot of social interactions and a lot of, let's say, life, you could argue, to put it very simply, could be boiled down to become a higher value man, become a higher value person, to be wiser, faster, stronger, smarter, you name it, and beyond. Be a higher value person, be more valuable, produce more to the world than you consume. Now, when we take that principle and we extrapolate it and we put it into the context of a relationship, and we look at the differences in the power dynamic of a relationship between the man and the woman, we realise that whoever has the upper hand in terms of power dynamic, the one who is the admiree, or the admired and the admiree, this person wants that one and that person wants this one. And one way this balance of power happens in a relationship, in any situation, and any relationship, is by the higher value person. Whoever is higher value intrinsically, their abilities, their talents, their skills, what they bring to the table, all these things, all these countless variables, the higher that value is, the bigger that gap between the two, no matter what it is relative, the higher that value, the bigger that gap, the larger the margin of error is, the larger room there are for mistakes. Meaning the more mistakes you can make here and there without losing the critical mass of that gap, of that distance, and still maintaining the power balance in that relationship. So the higher that margin is, the more desperate the other person will be to keep them, because they're better than them, they are more valuable, they bring more to the table. You're going to go for whoever the person is that is more important and more valuable than you. So therefore, that person, this one down here, is going to be more forgiving for what this person does or doesn't do. Both are true as well. Therefore, this person, because they're so high value, way up here, they can get away with all kinds of things. And because that distance is so huge and it's such a high level in general, this one here is willing to forgive them, forgive and forget, and move on. That's powerful. It's very, very powerful. And also then you could say that the bigger this gap is, the more likely this woman here, this person, will become an alpha widow. And I'm pretty sure I did a video about this months ago. An alpha widow, meaning a woman who had the best deal she could have had, best deal of her life in terms of a relationship, but for some reason it didn't work out, and now she's always thinking about that one guy. Even though she's on to a new relationship, she's thinking of that one guy months and years ago into the future. An alpha widow. And that bigger that gap, the more higher value the man is, for whatever reason, by any metric, the more likely she is to be an alpha widow. Now, I had an interesting situation, it doesn't matter when exactly, and people were trying to reassert the balance here, but I saw through their bluff because I was so high value, my social skills, my abilities, my talents, confidence, you name it. I saw through it and was able to deflect that threat, so to speak, that thing, the situation, with humour, because I recognise the bluff. So smart, intelligent, so quite adept at societal situations or other factors which will remain unannounced. Other things there meant that I was able to deflect that situation and maintain that balance of power in my favour, because so high value, able to work my way around it, social skills, whatever else. I was not succumbing to this situation, but expressing and flexing how high value I was through humor. Therefore, maintaining that balance. That's important, because it's one thing in a relationship to have that balance in the first place, that disbalance, even that equilibrium, to be high value, but to be able to maintain it as well. Because one person might say, well, high value in this realm, in that realm, in this context, but in this context, or here, or in this place, this domain, this area, I'm in control because I know what to do. This person doesn't know what to do. It's shifting that balance of power. Again, boils down to be a higher quality person, be high value, so you're as high value as possible in as many contexts as possible. Because being alpha is very contextual. It's here but not there but not here, and beyond. That's powerful to understand. So then I say, as a practical matter, try to be as high value as possible in as many situations and scenarios as possible, because then you're always able opening that door to the possibility of maintaining that balance of power in your favor. Now, when we say balance of power, I mean is in the sense of you're in the driver's seat of the relationship. It's going where you want to go, and the higher that gap is, the less likely she is to leave, to do anything else. The more attracted she would be to you, the higher the attraction she would have to you because of whatever reason, and that's powerful. That's priceless. Powerful and priceless in a relationship, in a situationship as well. That balance of power. And then fundamentally, be a higher value person. Wiser, faster, stronger, smarter, you name it. So then it's much more tipped in your favor, because you can do and you have the ability to do many more things. Very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. But yes, but understand this alpha delta gap. This alpha gap, and the bigger that gap is, the bigger the delta, the better. Powerful stuff. Very powerful stuff. But yes, but otherwise, become a high value person. And otherwise, Adrian's Daily Vlog, sharing smarter stuff men should know. Subscribe for more, and you will see me tomorrow.